Okay, good morning everybody, it's Mike, and it's Wednesday, and that must be why, Rob, you're sitting in my office this morning. That's how I know what day of the week it is. Rob's in here. So we do this question and answer thing, and we try to have some fun with it. And Rob, I will talk about literally anything you want to talk about today, except politics or this damn Georgia election law. If you bring up that, peace out, brother. I am out of here, okay? I am so sick of this. Other than, let me say this one thing before we go off of this, and this would be my little political statement for the week, okay? Folks, quit getting played by these politicians in the media. Their whole game, I know you're passionate about your beliefs. They're not passionate about your beliefs. They're playing you to drive rings. Rob, you came from the media business. Am I crazy?
Oh no, it's ratings gold.
Gold.
Print money off of it.
This whole Georgia election law thing, when you were in radio, could this be any better?
No, not possible.
Because we all get so worked up about this and we're so passionate. Folks, let me offer you this small little mic opinion for today, okay? Nobody cares about your opinion, and you aren't changing anybody's mind with your clever Facebook post. I don't know if that's what you think you're going to do, like you're creating some awareness in other people. You're not. People have their opinions. Please don't confuse me with the facts. Okay. Now, see, I said I wasn't going to do it, and damn. Okay, so let's change the subject. What's on your mind today?
Okay, well, it's spring break week. And it's
is that where everybody is?
It's kickoff of the Masters week, and there's a lot going on this week, and a lot that people want to do with their families as well. So some are at the beach, some are at the Masters. So how do you find balance? Like how do you GSD as you like to say it, and
get stuff done?
Get stuff done, yeah, and also still do those things. And how do you accomplish both of those things?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's something that we all really struggle with. What's the right balance? You have 2 little kids, you have a job, you're a husband, you're a son, you got a lot of different roles in your life, right? I would imagine somewhere in all that, you'd like to have some me time too, where you pursue your interest.
Yeah.
How do we get all this done? I think that balance is a very evasive term, and I always feel in some way out of balance. I'm either taking too much time off, or I'm working too much, spending too much time on me and not paying enough attention to my family. I mean, I have like an hour a year, I think, where I go, wow, I'm all in balance. But I'll offer some tips that I learned in my business, and maybe it'll help somebody that's listening today, maybe. Okay, one of them is, well, like when I'm working. Okay, like I'm not on Facebook this morning. I'm not goofing around. I'm not trading text with my friends. I know people do that, and I know those people might say to me, "Oh, Mike, don't be so intense. You know, you can do both." I guess I could, but there would be a sacrifice to that, and the sacrifice I'm not willing to make. The sacrifice is to let other people down. So if I don't work when I say I'm going to work, then I'm working when I'm with my family. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the beach with my family and be on my laptop all the time, or be on my phone all the time. I want to be able to get away. Well, how do you do that? Well, number one, when I say I'm working, I'm working. I ain't playing. I ain't socializing. This isn't a social club. I'm here to run a business so that I can support the lifestyle that I've chosen for myself and my family. That's number one. Number 2 is scheduling.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to really get into the scheduling, because we all get, this is the inconvenient truth of life. You and I both get 1,440 minutes every day, and we don't get more because we want more, right? So how we use our minutes every day is really important. If I use my minutes today during the time I've set aside for work in a highly productive, focused, determined way, then when I'm not working, I can go have some fun. One other little trick or hack that I use in my business is to find coverage buddies. Now, I'm not a big team guy, and I don't like partnerships. Partnerships in real estate are like rock bands, and you kind of come from that world. And I've seen this and heard it and think it's true that all rock bands were created to break up.
Right.
Like what rock bands? Rolling Stones, U2.
Yeah.
Can you think of another band that has been together and hasn't broken up?
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith, okay.
I mean, most of the greats that you think haven't actually did and then got back together, like the Eagles.
Right.
You know?
They all break up.
Yeah.
And even when I listen to interviews with them, they all say, hey, it was just a joke. We never, the rock bands don't stay together. Because one guy realizes, well, I'm writing all the songs. I sing, I'm the lead singer. Rob, you just play guitar. I can get anybody to play guitar. Why am I splitting the money with you? So partnerships in real estate, unless you're married to each other, get really difficult because one person always ends up thinking they're pulling more than their fair share of the weight. So partnerships in real estate, they're created to break up. It's gonna happen. Teams, we ain't gonna go down that road, but you know where I am on teams. What a bunch of junk, okay? But how can I go to the beach this week and not be on the phone all the time and not be on my laptop all the time? Well, we don't have to reinvent fire every day. Doctors do this, lawyers do this. They have, my doctor's not on call 24/7, 365. Right. All right, he has other partners in his practice, and if I need Dr. Arnie and I call him today, I'll get somebody else and they'll say, well, Dr. Arnie's away this week, I'm his partner, I'm covering for him. They're not really partners, they just cover for each other. So, like, I don't have kids at home, right? You do. Right. So if we were coverage buddies, which I like to call it, some people don't like that term, but I do. I might say, hey Rob, why don't you take Christmas off? Because you got little kids. But 4th of July is my thing. I love 4th of July. So why don't you cover for me on 4th of July and I'll cover for you over Christmas? Yeah. And maybe we'll alternate Thanksgiving, and maybe this. Why don't we alternate weekends? Why don't you take the first 2 weekends of the month and I'll take the last 2? And that way you don't have to be on call all the time, which is really what's going on in our business. It's not really that I'm working all the time, it's that I have to be available all the time. Yeah. Well, it's exhausting and it's very unfair to your family. Yeah. Right. And what it really does is it teaches your family that they're in competition with your real estate business, and they don't like that. And your business usually wins because when you're in big ticket sales and that phone call could be a $10,000, $15,000 commission check, you're going to take it. You're going to get up from the dinner table and walk away from your family and talk on the phone. And then your 2 little kids, Rob, are going to go, I don't like Dad's real estate business. Yeah. It takes Dad away from me. Exactly. So don't do that. Find a coverage buddy, like somebody who sees the world like you do in a similar way, has a similar level of intensity about their business, has a similar skill level and experience level. If you're a highly experienced agent, you probably don't want to partner up with a new agent. You'll get very frustrated. They won't handle your business like you handle theirs. Right. They just don't have your experience and skill yet. So find somebody that you're compatible with and work out a coverage. If you're unsure of how to do that, come sit in here and talk to me. I'll help both of you come up with a way of covering for each other so you can go to the beach and be totally focused on your family, but you didn't abandon your business. Right. And you can be totally focused on your business, but you didn't abandon your family. We can do this if we have a little strategy to us and if we want to. And folks, you know what I'm going to say now, right? This is how we go out there and we make it happen for ourselves today.